6,747 passing attempts for Joe Flacco in his NFL career, and they will continue to grow in overtime here. And here are the rules. The coin toss, which you saw before we hit the timeout. You heard Alex Kemp reviewing those. 1 10-minute period, 2 timeouts per team. But the key is if you get the touchdown on your opening drive, you can keep the ball away from the opposition. And so that's what Indianapolis will try to do on this drive to begin overtime. Joe Flacco and the offense back out.
And you got to think with the way the Colts have run the football so far today, they're going to hang their hat on getting Jonathan Taylor some touches. Start moving the football. They're averaging about 5 yards or 5 yards per attempt.
28 carries for Taylor today. Play action on first down. Flacco launches toward the sideline. What a job by Pittman to meet that football. They're going to say it's incomplete. He was working on Prince.
That's the rookie, and they have gone after him time and time again when they're in one-on-one coverage. That looks close. I don't know. The question becomes, he didn't hold on. Yeah. Or at least not possession. You couldn't call it that at that moment.
Yeah, you have to have secure possession if the ball is going to challenge the ground like that. Yeah. Second down. Indianapolis. Flacco, that's tipped at the line. It's third down, and that's not going to be received very well by the folks here. Mason Smith, the rookie that time, got the hand up.
And Eric Armstead in the vicinity as well, making it hard to find throwing lanes. But you see the rookie gets that big paw up there and tips it just enough. And Downs stands only at 5'9", so he's a small target coming across the middle. You couldn't ask for much more to come out, put the Colts in 3rd and 10. Try to get the football back, go win the game.
Colts just 4 for 13 on third down today. Long snap count for Flacco. He gets it with 1 second on the play clock. Giving ground this time. Flacco. What a catch by Pierce. On the sideline, Alec Pierce gained a 19.
That's the big play receiver for the Colts, working one-on-one versus Tyson Campbell. Once he releases inside, he was able to lose Campbell at the top, elevate, high point the football, and get his feet in bounds with possession. Big-time play by Alec Pierce, and he's really emerged as that guy within the offense this season for them.
You mentioned it, leading the NFL in yards per catch, about 22 per. First down, it's a run. It's Taylor picking his way past Pittman into Wingard. Second down across the 50.
Just feel like every time he breaks through the line and gets to the second level, there's 1 or 2 steps, 1 or 2, stiff arms away from breaking one. Taylor with already almost 150 yards on the day.
His vision is exceptional. Give him 6 on first down. 2nd and 4, it's Taylor. There he goes, breaking free again and spiked down by Wingard one more time. Gain of 11 that time.
And just that left side of the Colts offensive line just paving the way. Brad Raymond, Quentin Nelson. Nelson gets up to Chad Muma and just removes him from the play altogether.
Another run. And Taylor to the 33.
And just keep leaning on that left side, having so much success right now if you're the Colts. And as you creep further and further into field goal range, you start thinking about how you're going to go about either taking a shot here or at least thinking about that as they start to load the box to stop the run.
Yeah, is there a play action pass there? You saw Adonai Mitchell go to the top of the screen. Taylor again. Taylor driving the legs. Oh my goodness. He became a tractor. First down.
We talked about Brian Thomas being like a thoroughbred. Well, Jonathan Taylor seemed like a Clydesdale right there, just driving through contact. And you can continue to keep talking about the vision, the patience. Doesn't waste any steps, but he's one of the most productive backs, always falling forward, finding a way to get in the seam of the defense.
And you think about the want to there. 32 carries the last day of the regular season when you're not going to the postseason. Taylor on his 33rd run to the outside across the 20. All Jonathan Taylor in this offensive line.
Just watch the left side of the Colts offensive line move everyone on this side. I mean, eventually just guys being pushed downfield. Taylor finds the outside, but why would you go away from it?
Yeah, I'm with you. It has been all Jonathan Taylor on this drive.
He's used to a lot of touches. I mean, he's a Wisconsin running back.
Yeah, that's the whole reason you go there.
Yeah, you want to run the ball 30-plus times a game.
5 straight runs for Taylor. 6 straight runs for him, and the Jaguars are wise to the game this time. Devin Lloyd smoked him 3rd down.
Yeah, he shot through the gap, and he got tired of them getting run on. Wants to force Joe Flacco to do his part. See, Devin Lloyd just got up into Quentin Nelson before he could almost get out of his stance.
So with that, Taylor's going to come off. Sermon is on 3rd and 5. They're going to send Taylor as a wide receiver out into the formation there. So Flacco stepping up and throwing, incomplete. He wanted downs. 4th down coming up.
And this is unfortunate. Joe, for whatever reason, got off of looking at downs, but he was screaming across the field, and there's some contact at the very end by Jarian Jones. But the unfortunate spot, he probably had a touchdown if he saw him earlier. Take a look as Downs works across the field. He never really gave Josh Downs a look, but he had a step on Jones. Unfortunately, the pass is too late.
Gay for the lead. This is good. 26-23 Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor gets them down the field into field goal range. Doug Peterson, Mac Jones, one more time for the road here. See if the Jaguars can drive it down the field, get that touchdown to win. We saw Taylor in on the 3rd down. It was a 3rd down throw to Downs. And the Colts bogged down on the edge of the red zone. Another touchback for Matt Gay today. Here we go. From the Jacksonville 30, Mac Jones, local product, could be very well his final game for the Jaguars. They didn't pick up the next year option for him, so obviously he'll have decisions to make. The league's value placed on him into the offseason.
And I think there'll be opportunities for him, as far as what role that will be. To wait and see, but this drive will put a small factor into someone's mind.
Bigsby, the tailback. His run nets 2, if that. Tyquan Lewis was in. Now the ball came out. I believe they're going to say he was down.
Yeah, it looked like he's down. We don't have a great angle of it, but as Bigsby goes down to the ground, it appears he's maintained possession.
He's kind of hovering there. Yeah, he's
down.
He's down. 2nd and 9. Mac Jones climbing the pocket, throwing it out wide for Bigsby. And Jalen Jones trailing him with the stop along with Kenny Moore. 3rd down, Jacksonville. They've got to have at least a field goal on this drive to prolong the game.
Tell you what, Kwity Paye has turned it on in this 4th quarter. He has been a menace back there. Odangbo comes back into the game. He's also had his moments in this 4th quarter, pressuring Mac Jones, forcing him to step up and get outside the pocket. Now, obviously, got a couple downs here to get the 1st down. Otherwise, the game's over.
Motion Johnson into the backfield. Brian Thomas Jr. at the bottom of the formation. Jones, pressure right up the middle in his face. He takes the sack. Zaire Franklin may have just finished the deal. 4th down and forever coming up.
You'll see number 44 right up the middle of the offensive line. Mac Jones either has to make an adjustment or realize he's got to get rid of the football, and he's responsible for him, but clearly a mistake in the pass protection, and now you've got 4th and forever.
Yeah, they've got to get to the 40. It's 4th and 22. They have 2 timeouts. They'll use one here.
Jacksonville, that's their first of the overtime period. It'll be 30 seconds in length.
Yet another nail-biter for Jacksonville that looks like it's going the wrong direction.
They just have not been able to finish games, and really it's a culmination of things throughout the course of those games. I mean, how many drives do we see today where they get some momentum and there's a penalty or a mistake, a miscue, or negative play? It's been the story of their season. They have not been able to consistently put it together enough. And look, injuries have played a role in all of that. I'm sure there's been, whether it's coaching or poor play, whatever you want to point to, but this has been the story of the Jacksonville Jaguars this season.
4th and 22. Indianapolis going to drop 3 guys right at the line to gain at the 40. That's the wall of blue that Mac Jones looks at. Loads of time. They only rush 3. He'll throw it and short hop it to Thomas, who plucked it off the ground. He did make the catch, but the game comes to an end. Indianapolis off the tackle by Womack wins 26-23 over Jackson.